Hello, John Britt here. Today's going to be a tremendously exciting day. We're going to talk about recycling clay, which is a problem if you're a potter because you just have endless supplies of it. So right down here you can see how I do it. I will put it right by my wheel, and as soon as I get my slip out of my throwing bucket, I'll put it in there. And even if I'm doing trimming scraps like this, then I'll just put them in there and stack them up. Okay? Then what will happen is I will take this drill, which just has like a little bit on it to stir, and I will run it in there. And I'll do this occasionally. You can see how fluid it gets. Sometimes I want to add maybe a little water, and I'll stir this a few times. Okay, and then sometimes I'll get a set like this, a bucket that's kind of got still crunchy amounts in it. So then what I do is I'll take this. I try to do this with minimum effort, but you can see that that has like lumps in it. And I'll put that in here. And then I will take my little hand blender and I'll blend this just for a minute. And that will help. And sometimes I'll even just add a little water. But that'll help that all get mixed. So see how nice that is now? It's like a puree really. And so I will use, then I will take that, put that into my main bucket, and then we're good to go. Okay, so that's just a way to do sort of high-speed splunging with the not very high-tech equipment. All right, so now I'll take this out to the kiln yard. And you can see here I have these are plaster molds that I've made in this is called a fish mold from Pure and Simple molds, and then you just fill it up with plaster, and then from that you will get these molds, and they're real good. They dry stuff pretty good, and I keep them on these shelves so air can get to them. Okay, now let me show you this where I'm going to pour. I used to just pour with the bucket, but since I'm getting old, I thought I'd just use a cup. It's just as good. It takes a little longer. But you just pour it in there like that. And usually I get it pretty good in there. As high as I can get it, because it's got a lot of water, so it's gonna shrink down a bunch. So I'll get that in there, you know, pretty high like that. Okay, and then the next day what's going to happen is it's going to look like this here. See how that has shrunk away? A lot of times what I'll do then is just pick that up and turn it over, either in a new one or in an old one. And then that way I can, you know, it's drying pretty good. Sometimes what I'll do is go like this. If I like this one, maybe I can't turn over, so I'll just go like this. And then if it does, it usually comes right out like that. Then I just pat it down so it's on the plaster and absorbing water. And if I have to, I will also maybe put plastic over it to keep it moist so the top doesn't get too dry. And then what I'll do is take that next day, I would take that in and wedge it. And once I wedge it, get it, see that it's good, I will then store it in like Tupperware containers like this, because then this will keep it a long time without having to have plastic bags and everything. Okay? I know that was tremendously exciting, but it's sort of a necessary evil with pottery unless you're going to throw it out. So give it a try and let me know how it goes. All right.